10 common personal hygiene mistakes we make every day and must avoid. For most people out there, taking care of themselves and practicing proper personal hygiene is a big deal. However, there are some things that aren't done correctly, and it's safe to say that these huge mistakes are made every day, hence preventing us from actually achieving our goal of being healthy. But not to worry, here are 10 common personal hygiene mistakes we make every day that must be avoided. Coming in at number 10 is a habit we've all probably considered to be normal at this point. Cleaning your ears with cotton swabs. Considering how these Q-tips are shaped, the argument that they were designed to clean the ears is quite valid. However, that doesn't make it right. In fact, over time, many doctors have strongly advised against using cotton swabs to clean the ear. This is mostly because while these Q-tips seem so perfectly shaped, they have the tendency of actually pushing the excess wax deeper into the ear. So instead of cleaning out the wax, it's accumulating the wax, which of course is very dangerous. Aside from that, these cotton swabs are also able to damage the eardrum, which usually results in hearing loss and whatnot. So, how should you clean your ears instead? You may want to try making use of olive oil instead. With just a couple of drops, the earwax is softened and works its way out. We did this one every time during COVID season, but somehow it fell off. At number 9 is not disinfecting things being used every day. Many times we get occupied with having to care for ourselves, but never remember the objects we make use of every day. And before you think of the obvious stuff like your gadgets, try to think a lot further. Objects like keyboards, doorknobs, light switches, and even the TV remote. If you were asked how many times you touched these objects every day, the answer would be a lot. And so, not disinfecting these objects regularly will only give room for tons of bacteria to keep growing on them, which eventually gets you sick. So, apart from just yourself, it'll pay off if you pay more attention to your surroundings. Make out time to wipe these objects down with antibacterial. At number 8, we have another popular hygiene mistake: biting your nails to relieve stress. One bad habit that is commonly seen among people today is nail biting. And what's worse is that based on research, most people stop this habit of biting their nails by the time they clock 30 years, while some are older. Have you ever wondered why this habit has taken over so many people out there? It may interest you to know that people don't just bite because they love what their nails taste like. Rather, this habit is usually triggered by stress, both emotionally and mentally. So biting becomes their convenient way to deal with what they're feeling. From this point, it starts to even become an involuntary action. So if this is you, pay attention for a quick minute. The first very important thing you should know is that nail biting can be very bad for your appearance. If that's not something you don't mind, here's more. Your fingers and nails are actually covered in bacteria. This bacteria easily finds its way into your system as you begin to bite those nails. So make that conscious effort to stop this habit today. Washing your hands is not the problem, but are you doing it correctly? At number 7 is not washing your hands after using the restroom. It's honestly quite easy to conclude that everyone washes their hands after using the restroom, which explains your shock when you saw this on the list. However, it will interest you to know that a survey has shown that 62% of men and 40% of women never wash their hands after a bathroom break. This means that there might be a lot of people who claim to wash their hands but do not actually do it. That aside, washing is one thing, and actually knowing how to wash your hands after a bathroom break is another. And the best way to wash your hands, which actually goes as far as preventing you from getting sick, is scrubbing those hands clean. Keep in mind that based on research, it's been seen that after using the restroom, most people come out with about 200 million bacteria per square inch on their hands. Now imagine doing a simple rinse with just water after using the restroom and going straight to your meal. Or if you bite your nails, imagine how much danger you are setting yourself up for. So after every bathroom break, be sure to scrub those hands with soap and water before going on with your day. If you didn't know this already, here is number 6. using cotton pillowcases. As strange as this may sound, your looks can very much be affected by the material of your pillowcase. And that's a fact. If you choose to sleep on cotton pillowcases, you put yourself at risk of looking older than you really are. This occurs as a result of cotton's ability to easily dry up your skin, leading to premature wrinkling. And if you know anything about hair, then you'll know how much this also damages your hair. So instead of waking up to dried skin and damaged hair thanks to these cotton pillowcases, you may want to consider replacing your pillowcases with silk materials and watch this silk material rejuvenate that dry skin, saying bye-bye to every possibility of wrinkling prematurely. Your hair as well will have a lot to thank you for. Is there a right way to brush your teeth? Well, yes, there is. And so at number 5, we have brushing your teeth incorrectly. When it comes to our general oral health, the mistakes we make are almost endless. Keep in mind that brushing twice a day as recommended doesn't cut it as you may believe, especially when you aren't doing it correctly. And by doing it correctly, we mean properly brushing out the bacteria and tartar. As you would imagine, this of course has its consequences ranging from small infections to intense heart problems. As recommended by dentists, the best way to brush your teeth is in a small, circular motion. This process should last for about 2 minutes tops as you reach for the insides and outside surfaces of your teeth. Your tongue as well should not be neglected. This should leave your teeth not just shiny, but also very healthy. Still on your oral hygiene, number 4 is not replacing your toothbrush frequently enough. Now that you've learned the correct way to brush your teeth, you may think that is all there is to proper hygiene. However, you must know that if you are brushing your teeth daily the correct way with an old toothbrush, you are not getting anything done at all. Keep in mind that the bristles of your toothbrush collect tons of bacteria just within a month of use. This is why dentists recommend that you change your toothbrush every 2 to 3 months. Continuously using the same toothbrush can be a lot more harmful than you imagine. It can go as far as leading to severe health issues, especially with your heart. So take this as a reminder to go ahead and change your toothbrush if you haven't in the last 2 to 3 months for healthy teeth and life. As we already said, when it comes to dental hygiene, the mistakes are endless. So, at number 3, we have skipping on flossing. Apparently, when it comes to your dental hygiene, brushing alone doesn't cut it, and here's why. Keeping your gums in the best condition is almost impossible just by brushing your teeth, given that your toothbrush can't possibly reach everywhere in your mouth. This is therefore why flossing should be added to your daily oral care routine. Flossing will help in taking out every bacteria your toothbrush may have missed. Take note that if these bacteria are left in those areas, they could easily lead to problems like gingivitis, tooth loss, and cavities. So be sure to make that effort to floss before brushing your teeth, and if possible, after every meal to maintain that healthy dentition you desire. Lastly, on regular oral hygiene mistakes is one that may be a shocker. Number 2 is using fluoride toothpaste. It is no news that most toothpaste contains fluoride. However, recent studies have shown that this fluoride happens to be very dangerous for your health, most especially that of children. These studies by the American Dental Association went on to prove that these toothpastes can cause the teeth of these children to develop incorrectly. Apparently, these fluoride toothpastes lead to the crumbling of the teeth alongside increasing the absorption of aluminum in your brain. This eventually leads to Alzheimer's disease later in life. So to avoid all of this, the next time you go toothpaste shopping, be sure to avoid those ones that contain fluoride. To wrap it up, at number 1, we have another shocker for you: exfoliating your face every day. As soothing and addictive as exfoliating your face can be, it's important to know when to put a pause on it. While exfoliating has its huge advantages, this soothing practice can also wreak a lot of havoc on your skin. When done out of proportion or too often, you end up with even more acne and also wrinkles. And, of course, avoiding that is quite easy provided you are willing to listen. It is recommended by dermatologists that you exfoliate twice a week and not more than that. This is more than enough to leave your face looking fresh and smooth as you would love it. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the video on your screen right now if you want to see more.